Welcome back. This is going to be number 300 in the underground science video, so that's pretty cool. I got some videos that I went through. Let's go ahead and play some no copyright music. This sounded pretty good. Okay. So recently we came across I posted it on Twitter. Oh my god, this though. I can't wait for the things we are gonna see today. Okay, but this ice in the lake led me to just look around. I couldn't find any more ice in this lake, so I just looked more generally. But I feel that the way it's freezing here is reflective of the energy currents that are actually present. So like the water is flowing as a function of the fact that it's within a shallogram, and it's actually producing certain locations that can freeze more, that are in anomalous shapes that are not found in other bodies of water when they freeze. That's kind of how this looks to me, but I don't know that much about ice and how it freezes, so I looked around. Okay, let's bring me back. Here's the rest of these. It definitely is shallogram features. And I would say, because of the straight lines that aren't necessarily around the plants, that it's not just the plants. Maybe they're growing in optimal locations. This is incredible. Here's this mountain. Here's the ramp. Like the looking at the ramp, it's the left side, and all the way over there, like beyond. And this is the very left side. So this ramp, we're seeing from here over this way. Like here. Something like here. Maybe a little more like this. So we're seeing this hill, but we're not seeing the entirety of the ramp. We're seeing more the current that goes this way, goes around, goes this way, bends around here, comes through here, bends in the currents this way, pushing this way, and just goes up this way, and ramps out. So we're looking in this area, which is interesting. And I was just watching this video and I noticed, we can even kind of see it here, this shape. So these are like, the episode pressure points, these are locations where the water that's trying to go straight goes straight, but it hits a wall, and so it puts in like a specific pressure point of an eddy, like focused here, and then the rest of the water, as that happens, bends around it, and it does it again, and it does it here, and it does it here, and then it does it here. But what's real crazy about this one is it does it both on the wall itself of the mountain across the river and on the ramp face. Incredible. Like that. Where like down here, not so impacted by it, like drainage from the splashing, but it doesn't have the same like coloration. I don't know if it would anyway, but so that's real cool. Real cool. Okay, let's get going because I got so many videos. So let's start with some frozen lakes to compare to that. Here's some interesting things that lakes do when they freeze. They seem to do this kind of thing with the cracks, the faults. Sorry. Okay. So these are pretty unique, but they're not doing what the Damodar Kund is doing. I'll list all these videos. Okay, okay. That was like 3 minutes of coughing. Holy shit, my poor father. It seems to have arcs. It's like right past the barrier, it turns into these bubbles from these channels. And maybe other channels, like colliding at a boundary, producing eddies that produce these bubbles. Holy shit. Definitely interesting, but not Damodar Kund. Interesting, but not Damodar Kund. Like, it's not following the shapes of a shallogram along the boundary. It's interesting. Makes me think of Earth processes with seeing these images. Like geological processes that could be better understood by observing frozen lakes. But it doesn't really resemble full-blown shallogram. Like, there's no ice along the boundary that's got like a white line because it froze like this. There's cracks across related to like a current, maybe another current, that are generally just slowly swirling and producing a noticeable boundary in how it freezes. And other nuances maybe, but it's not showing shallogram features. In fact, like that, it is showing boundaries that maybe point to some kind of general, if this is a lake, so it's not like flowing, so it's just kind of sitting there stagnant, but it's still like moving to a degree where it has different components. Maybe one end is shallower than the other, and it then has like a boundary between where they interact, something of that nature, that then like creates a boundary in how it freezes. But that would point to that there is shallogram features if it's freezing in shallogram boundaries in the case of Damodar Kund. Pretty cool, but not. We see some definitely current flows subtly imprinted. Like, I don't think it's just wind current, although I guess it could be. In terms of like the water not churning, like it needs to not churn in those locations. Although this could be snow that's filling places it did churn more. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Then we got so many pictures. This was cool, but that location as well. Okay. And then this one was under, this is a GoPro Awards Frozen Lake Freedive. Underwater, under the lake, under the ice, which was cool, but it wasn't Damodar Kund. So I couldn't find any quick gander around what kind of images I could find of frozen lakes that are like partially frozen, that are showing details in the ice that are interesting. I couldn't find anything that really disproves the freezing of Damodar Kund as being related to its shallogram nature. Incredible. Incredible. I was frightened for this man. I was like, dude, get out of there, man. Get out of there, man. What if it freezes? What if the hole freezes? You come back. Oh, try to push on it. Nope, it's fucking frozen. I'm sure it doesn't freeze that fast, and if it does, they're probably well experienced, but you know. He moved this. So, like a bunch of like just like floating underneath the ice pieces that would prefer to go up to the surface. So they're just kind of hanging out lodged against it. I wonder what that could tell about geology. I was thinking this looked kind of like big old class. Like a microscope image of a slice of rock or something. It really looks like a microscope image behind him. Okay, that's that guy. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so that was that. I don't know where to begin. I guess let's do this one. You got that angle, that. We were talking about that yesterday. I did have some more thoughts on that, but let's go ahead and move on. I think he zoomed in. Might even have just needed to put that in the other one. I'll just delete them. I think I tried, whatever. Okay. Which one? Let's just start here. So I'll link all these videos. There is the ramp, I believe. I believe that's the ramp. It's hard to tell from this far away. It must be. I'm not sure what this is behind it. I don't think this is still the ramp. When I say the ramp, I mean this. I guess maybe it's that portion. I guess that's the side ramp. The bend around the side, yeah. Okay. Side ramp and the bend. That's right, I was like, which one's the ramp? And then I paused it. He's literally pointing. I'm like, yeah, that's the ramp. This is the edge where it goes off the side over there and puts out the pressure points, but then here's the ramp hidden. Thought these were interesting out there. I'm not trying to remember. It's been a couple hours since I did this. What exactly? Okay, this is the Pima again. Okay. I might have even looked at a lot of this before. I just really wanted to get this angle of the flow coming down and then a cross flow interacting that we'll definitely see. Maybe even here. Like it came across here, but like it's still uphill, so it wanted to go down. But it came across at like this height. Across here. Across here. And then interacted with the current coming down here. Made the lake as a shallogram. Incredible. So up, over. It's like the current going this way is like mostly down in this region, and then up here it's able to more easily go out. It's like a low enough current at least that it can go out that way. Maybe even wrapping the other way at the top. I don't know. Keep going around. Is it wrapping the other way around at the top? Because this water, like it's directed by this overflowing current that's like encouraging it to cut. It wants to cut through like that way, this way. But it's being encouraged this way by a crossing current as it goes up the hill underneath the crossing current, but still being pushed by it. But then it gets past enough of its influence that it just goes straight in the direction that it's actually getting overall pushed from source over here across. That's flowing down and back up. And then it goes over that way, which is kind of weird. It really does almost suggest a current going this way. And then it goes back, like maybe multiple rings of different flows. I was just thinking over here, like the way this is sloped. Maybe, I don't know. This is interesting. This almost looks like a big old shallogram, an ammonite portion, like piece of one. Maybe. Whoa. It's kind of... seeing if like this one kind of cuts through here and goes straight generally up to there. This one from like the center chakra region, or maybe that one goes generally like through to the center without having like a cross like blocking it. This one kind of has blocking stuff. Good to notice, because we're going to see some more of this. Okay, this one has a bunch of pictures. Okay, or no it doesn't. Okay. Oh yeah, this one I just was like, okay, it's got the freezing to it again. It's got the general. It doesn't have the line like the other one, but it has the general like shallogram, especially with that and the subtleties inside. And here, like it looks like a big part of a shallogram. I've realized there's a bunch of lakes too. There's a bunch of lakes. It's not these three. It's way more. Okay, so there is that center, and then wrapping around this way does not look nearly as detectable there. I believe that's that structure. I should keep it open. I think it was that one, maybe. This one. That. It looks really noticeable right there with the. Like it depends, I guess, on the time of year when it colors the things are growing. That really accents the terrain better than other times. Like this is not accented. You can kind of see some stuff, and it's a different angle a little bit. Oh my god, that water. Okay, okay. So then this one, bunch of them. So they started out at this place, Goomba Ganti or something like that. Somewhere not too far. This caught my attention. It's one of those dendrite things, like the big one that we found closer to Damodar Kund, but it's at like basically the beginning of this stream. It's almost like water came up and ran into this structure's resistance and just kind of drilled into it, but couldn't really get through it, and just this process ended. Maybe went around it a little bit, or maybe something strange happened here. Even water came out of here. I don't know if that's happening, but something strange creating this just blockage in this. This looks kind of like it's casually arcing down, like it shouldn't have this here. It's just very odd looking. Okay. I guess I'll go up here again. Let's go pretty fast. So they are, here it is. Gumya Tanti is what they seem to be calling it when it was actually labeled. Oh yeah, this video was good because they had English, like not subtitles, but like added descriptions in English, so I could like screenshot some stuff. So that's where they are, and they're gonna hike on this trail over this way to Damodar Kund, which is over here actually. So this is like the ramp. This is the switchback probably around there. Some river they gotta cross along the way. So let's see. ramp. And then this isn't they have to, the switchback is here. Well, anyone there has to. Switchback is here. And then I guess there's another place to cross somewhere over, and it's over here somewhere. I still don't know exactly where this location is. Cross some river that's divides from this main river. So coming this way here. No, that's the... Oh, wait, let me see. Maybe the ramp is here or here. Damodar Kund? I don't think so. I don't know if it's labeled. Okay. Let's get past that. Okay, some more shots around here. Garmitanti means the neck portion of hills. Neck portion of hills. I don't know. I didn't know what to make of it then. I don't know what to make of it now. In particular, why it would be called that. That structure over there. There it is. Wow, it even has a little, like, geyser out the top looking thing. Pardon me. The way this is across, up, then something. That was on the side of this. They go down there, and this is what it looks like near this, like approaching the side. This is past the side, actually. Definitely showing almost like pushing something into something else and making it slide up and not be by the pressure, like a current coming up this hill, pushing actual material that just hits enough resistance that it ramps and goes sideways in whole layers like this. I don't know. And there's the ramp, I do believe. I don't even think I realized when I was taking this. I think that's the ramp. This must be the wall. Oh, wait a minute. They're really nearby this, right? Or no, by this. They're by this. Oh shit, are they? They walk in here? I don't know, can they be that close? No, they're walking uphill. That's wishful thinking. Let's just see where they go. Okay, now they're at the lake. So it wasn't that far to the lake. It potentially was then. That's the ramp. And that would mean this is the region above the bend where the current comes around this way off of this bend and goes over into this, which is what this is. Over across this way, hits it. Looks like it has like teeth-like structures there too. Hits it and then comes over and interacts where they're walking by behind them. Although I think this is significantly earlier, right here. They're not like walking up here, are they? It's not like that, is it? That would be incredible. No. I don't know what this is. Okay. Some lines out there. Let's general features, nothing too particular here that is popping out to me this time. Our team said there's a chakra image inside the main Kunda. This first one is Chakra Kunda, where we can easily see the shape of chakra of Lord Vishnu, I guess. Vishnu and Vishnu. Two pawn named Chakra, so the one with two pawns is named Chakra Kunda, and Dude, I don't Kunda. I guess Chakra is the one with the like eyeball in it. A Krishna temple. This one is the main Kunda, which has chakra of God Vishnu, which we can see there. Vishnu. (5,100 meters in height, famous in religious point of view and geological. Oh my god. In every way, I guess. Wow. So cool. Ramp. I think we can kind of see the circle there. It might be clouds. Like that rim. That only portion is here. The other portion's on that mountain. You'll have to be looking at it the right angle to actually see it align. Which one of the photos just had, the videos was just like, what the fuck, dude? You just go panning around, and then like, I'm like, that's the hill, that's the mountain. They have a feature that are literally one. Three ponds, great role in Hinduism. So the other one by itself is named Rakta Kunda. Blood Lake. Impassioned, excited, fond of play. Red. Hemorrhage, blood bank, blood pressure. Red. Colored, dyed, painted. I didn't know what he meant by this. I guess that 4 types of birds that come to this location. It didn't list the other 2 in English, though. These were interesting. It almost looks like an audio signal. Like the it totally does. Oh my god. It's just like, what up, bitches? Whole world translates it. Oh my god. It's what up, bitches? Whoa. I'm not exactly sure where they're at right now, but whoa. Might be leaving. I had to get a picture of the little horse walking with them. It didn't have to carry anything, it was just along for the stroll. All the little grooves. How does erosion do that? I don't know what explanation geology has for this. Like, this would be considered like a lake bed, extinct lake beds kind of thing. I'm pretty sure. Extinct lake beds. Images. Maybe. No. Things like this. I don't know which of these are considered. Yeah, Ice Age flood. Like, why are these on this? Like, if it's just raining, it should flow down the hill. So it should go down. I guess it could be argued glaciers, but why would glaciers do this? It doesn't really make sense. It has to be lakes, it has to be water that was at this level. Probably retreating from this level as it drained from a maximum height that was above the peaks of the entire Himalayas. I guess it could be argued that it did this and then uplifted. So it isn't necessary for the water to have been so high, but the water was up there. It was climbing them mountains. Incredible. Just the, like, perfection in the definition of this feature, and then this. Maybe it's because it's pretty far off and it really looks the same, but like this probably, if anything on here, looks more like up here. Something like with the surface layer that's not, or like over here maybe, if anything. this. It looks probably more like this, though. Like, this is a more rigid structure that's just got these big old dendrites with, like, round knobs on the end. There's that rock. We're gonna see a lot of this one. With, like, a core that is now here, but was, like, here. But it, like, drained out of this portion. This is itself a dendrite that goes back as the tip of... I guess just where, like, the body of water was, like, flowing down this hill, but it, like, pressed into the mountain, and it didn't get through everywhere. It only got through some places, and the places it did not get through, it more so put these pressure points of varying sizes that at times produced like this kind of eruption from chambers that maybe could be like sequentially removed. Here's another fall, just boom. Whoa. It's almost like the water came uphill and like went under this layer and lifted it. Maybe? I don't know. This looks like the appropriate angle. This does not. I don't know what to make of that. This might be leaving. This looks like around where some really interesting shallogram features are. So they hike to Yara. So Yara is over here. I guess here. From somewhere, I guess here. I'm just trying to find where they just came from. I guess this is the trail, so we can follow this as far as we can see it. Here. This way. That's interesting. Then it goes here. There's definitely some shallogram features somewhere around here. Lots of these things going on. That was interesting. Just the amount of water that had to be present for this to happen, and just pressure behind it. It looks like water flowed this way up here. And then it got higher and higher and started to flow up this way, I guess. So they went down in here, which is pretty cool. Down in here. I guess the Yara is like over there. Like they were probably in here somewhere. No. Maybe in this. I don't know. Here, maybe in there. One of these things. Maybe even like this one. Something. Hello. That's interesting. Is that where it is? Oh, that's even this inlet. It would be, huh? Unlike any other. This like smooth feature with this steep slope. So what's happening here? This looks like water got to like here and did something relevant that like encouraged it down this way in terms of like a shallogram nucleus type thing here, or maybe chakra to here and to here. Whoa, where this is like one, maybe. Over here is there. Plus back there. It's almost like a balance point between the inlet and the outlet. The pressures in front and behind for the water was balanced, where over here maybe the mountainous pressures were balanced a little earlier because it's mountains in front, so it has this side current go through across here where the water went through the mountains central point more there, maybe, where over here it was more specific to the water and how far it got. So when it was here, like the midway point was here. Seems related to like that as well. Not just like some intermediary time when it's like channeling through. Water's coming through here and just offshoots this way. And then continues. Then this would be kind of arbitrarily centered. Seems related. Even if it did it sequentially like that, it would still be based on the like total pressures or something. I don't know. Some like circumstance of the circumstance. So many details. I don't want to look too far away. Okay, okay. Let's keep going. These I thought really interesting. So down in there, they got all these cutting across the rock that's layered this way. Very interesting. Looks like intrusions. I think it would be called intrusions into the layers. Like this didn't pre-exist, and then the layers happen. The layers happen, and then this cut through the layers. Perpendicular too, so probably related to the like gravitational force of the water above cutting like downward pressures periodically that then injected like whatever this material is. I don't know. It's very strange. It's also at the very bottom of all of this where the most like pressure maybe is. Or maybe it's also from the water flowing in the channel doing the same pressuring outward around it in like planes like that. Freaking jump down in. I'm like, oh damn. I know it's not too bad where they're at, but it's still the Himalayas. They're near the bottom of the valley practically, but it's still like pretty steep. Interesting color difference. If they went to Yara and they're near Yara, it's over here. Something around here has that color difference. I'm just looking at this unrelated now all of a sudden. Okay. It's like, huh, that's odd. I was thinking this could even be a shallogram. This could be a shallogram composed of other shallograms even. These were interesting. Another image looks like they got little chakras potentially. Something of that nature going on. Gentlemen. I feel weird. Searching for shallogram. They found some shallogram. This wall is nice and smooth. Not so like this, different. It's also smooth, but way more shaped and turbulent looking than this. Lots of shallogram features up in here with the, what do they call them? Blue sheep. Blue sheep. Right there. All over the place. All over. And then that was something near wherever they started. Chuck Sangs. Okay. Okay, so we made it through 3, 6. Let's keep going. Oh, damn, this is a big one. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do this one too. I got to. Okay, we're just walking through. I got so many pictures. I'll just go fast. Unless something's really exciting. This is where that one rock wall face is that has the node at the center with the ring of dark spots around it. And this is the like row of those nodes. So I was really trying to catch pictures of this better. This here, I think the node's down here. This is like the old nucleus that had sand looking material out of it. But then it has another one, another one. All of them have like a node at the center though. I guess this one has several. Even one bigger than that. A node. Possibly there. Looks kind of like a flame. Like a bunch of flames. There it is again. Some cool stuff out there. It's really like it's taking the brunt of the currents, reducing the velocity. It's just absorbing some of their momentum by its sheer bulk and density, that it just erodes this face. But then over here is like not as damaged, I guess. Where I'm pretty sure it's going this way and then this way. 'Cause that wall is down here. Down here. Yeah, it's going this way. And I guess it's also coming across here. Just across this. Possibly even down from here. Down here. Into it that way. That looks even more like it. I was thinking here is kind of similar to the here, and that maybe something of a like nature was happening, where it's maybe comes in and swirls around and has a general eddy that's just holding the pressure up here, but it's not just stagnating, it's flowing in an eddy. That maybe some of it, like what doesn't exit and does flow back around, that flows along the boundary, runs into this portion down here, especially as it goes back around. That's what I'm thinking. So it goes up and in this way and wraps around, possibly because this current is like pushing this way, coming over top this way from here, splashing at this point over top here and joining this region where it just kind of holds this space and like smashes this. Not so much this side, maybe even as this side. Probably a asymmetric thing of that nature, that all over the place, depending on the direction of flow that the current was actually traveling and not is traveling now, which is the opposite in a lot of cases. Perhaps not all, but a lot of cases. Some cases, both. Like, we've definitely found evidence of both, so. Okay, this is pretty cool, all the slices here. Big one there, and this what might be a freestanding relatively little chunk, I'm not sure. Here's that structure in the wall. It looks like it may be naturally made because it's in this crack that goes the whole length. And right next to this rock that if water is trying to come out of this wall, like seep through from somewhere else, and is channeling through a layer there and has this pressure in the way, maybe it actually did that. That's kind of what I was thinking. Talked about that already, though. Definitely some more features of that kind that are worth noting. Definitely worth noting. Pardon me, I know I'm just using people's images and not even like saying hello or getting permission, I guess. Here's your face now on this video. Yeah, no say in the matter. I know it sucks. I'm rude. I don't know what to do about it. I guess it's just inherently rude. Maybe. It looks like it might wrap around there. Whoa. I don't know. Just the way that is. Like maybe there was so much pressure that it, like what was flowing out also was flowing in. This looks kind of I don't know. I was gonna say like it wraps around here and maybe wraps around there. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Not sure exactly where we are. A little hard to see. That's interesting over there. Whoa. Like what? It's like a current generally was flowing this way, and another current was flowing this way. And it branched off, but also pushed itself over that way and to continue straight. I don't know. Or maybe this one branched off at 90 degrees and continued in part and up this way, while this one just bent and had a little bit going like right there. There's some other features too that may or may not be shadows. What is happening there? I don't know what to make of that. It's just so flat and eroded. This was pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure that's naturally like that. I don't know where that is. Like the modern river system is like there, there, a little bit over there. It may be a lot of it, but it ain't that big. So, I mean, it's clear a lot of water flowed through. I don't think it ever. I guess it probably floods that high, but like this was a continuous river. I don't know. I'm just interesting how the shapes evolve. Kind of remind me of Egyptian. What is it called? Monolith? I guess it is kind of a monolith. Or like the etchings of one becoming a monolith. I don't think that's how monoliths are made, but in ancient civilization, this what looks like it was just kind of pushed over, but like malleably so. Like it's not just like this. It's like because it's clearly not in line with the rest of the wall. It's just kind of derp. Take. Oh, okay. That's that one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I definitely gotta make another video. Or do I? It's only an hour 13. Let's see. Lots of cool stuff in this picture down here, but we're pretty far from Damodar Kund, so it's kind of gonna move on. This is interesting. I think it's got those like 3 marks in the side of it. I'm not sure if it's natural. Maybe people do that. But it must be natural. Like it's kind of like this 3 times that I've seen in the side of some mountain faces. All these. Birdie and some poop or something. It seemed to be. This bridge was interesting. I think it said made in like 1867. I couldn't tell what he was saying, but I'm pretty sure he said like 1867 while I was talking at this point. Something that time frame. Also, that looks kind of shallogram-like right there, or ammonite-like. We're still pretty far away, so it's not so defined yet, I don't think, where there actually are ammonite shallograms there. Crossing some water, I'm not sure where. Okay. Some more of those. This is interesting. Looks like it goes up, bends up. Like it even has a wave in its flow up the mountain. Or down the mountain, but I'm thinking up. Down? I think this is, it's hard to say. It's hard to say based on this image. It's probably... Like sometimes it's actually going uphill, but I think uphill it tends to do things sideways like steps. Downhill it tends to do these maybe. There's definitely steps in the Damodar Kund opposite side. We're gonna see that in a second. These, I think we already came across these before. I think they're possibly... It's possible those are man-made, but I think... I don't know. I don't know how big they are. They're possibly like people lived there once or now. So back to this sign. So they made it to this place. So all that was heading to this place from like even further back. Like Lori Pampa. So back to the same place. There's that rock again. I don't think you got as much definition on that rock. But we can see these bands here. They're kind of visible there. I thought this was in Damodar Kund. We can see the eyeball or whatever, the opening. I thought it was real interesting the way they arranged themselves. Like what? That's kind of like part of a shallogram feature, and then with a couple extra points. Like, it would be crazy if they were just kind of hanging out in the water, and each one of them got moved to like nodes within the currents where they were spaced out based on a shallogram induced currents within the lake that move these birds slightly around to be at like optimal locations based on the energy. Like, it kind of looks plausible there. I think this is the single one. You can see the pressure points over there. Here they are again. I think this is in the single lake though. So it's not the same one, but at this point they've moved. I assume it's not the same lake because it looked like the other one was the double lake and this one looked like the single lake, but it does look like the same birds, so it's probably the same lake. I don't think they just flew to the next lake, but maybe. I think this one has the really visible eye. Maybe they both do. This one also has a bunch of features here that are of interest, like spanning out, fanning out around it, striations. That's interesting. It's got this like mound between. Path between, mound between. Lake. Gotta keep that other side in mind. I think this is somewhere. Oh, that's it. Okay, we're doing good. We might be able to finish these. I mean, it's gonna push 2 hours, but I don't wanna. I don't want to just stop for the sake of it, then I gotta make another video. This is the 2-hour special 300, number 300 episode. Right here, across, like a current flow. All the way up here, a current was flowing across here like this. Etching a surface. Bending, maybe, even? I don't know. I didn't really look that closely. I think that's all generally what they showed. Looks like a chakra. Some interesting stuff. I almost picture like a galactic arm coming off of it this way and then fanning out into a bunch of stars. I don't know. Not saying that it's so much doing that, but it just was something that popped in my head at that moment. We can kind of see these fans again. Like, they stop here, but they go around, all around here. And then they skip, and then they do here, skip, do here. Makes me think of shallogram stuff. Or it etches part of it. Okay, that was fast. Might be that we only have not that many actual pictures left. There's a good picture of this. Namaste. I was trying to think of the word before. Assalamu alaikum. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, this here, this stuff was interesting. I was taking a bunch of pictures of the arrangement of this. You can kind of see a ring around it, and then back around it this way. So that's what I was taking a picture of here. Starting over here, almost like a lobe that has an inlet. That lobe extends out in like a water droplet. That then had like a nucleus, and then ring that had like a galactic structure to it, and just dropped the rocks maybe when the water velocity slowed down enough before it actually receded, so it just dropped things kind of in their position, especially big boulders like that. I'm not sure where that is. It must be in the valley where Damodar Kund is. Not completely sure if that's even so. Okay, 2 more. This one I took a lot of pictures. Let's see how many's in this one. Okay, let's do this one and then that one. Okay. Some interesting features in there. Shallogram-esque openings up there too, maybe. There's that place where it looks like water was drilling into the resistance. Those curves around there. I think he just goes in a full circle. Can see some Some interesting shadows here. Almost like it's got like a up-down aspect to it there. Of layers. This one looked like one out there too, with this like nucleus. And then that means maybe that one looks like it too. Like there was just water running into resistance as it bent. Like whenever it needed to bend, it would just run into resistance and have pressure points that would like create various sizes of this kind of effect on the wall where the resistance was, because it couldn't get through it, so it just etched its surface like sandpaper or something, but like enough to turn it more like that. And then the water bent while it applied a pressure, like pushed off of it so it could change its direction. Interesting here. I just thought I'd take a picture. Maybe in the camera, but maybe in the actual land. It's hard to tell. It's pretty pixelated looking there. But it looks like there's a bunch of striations. Very shallogram-like then, if that's the case. Okay, we made it to the final of these 10 videos. Oh my god, 10 videos for me to link. But it was totally worth it because they're so cool. It's definitely a little more work when I'm linking videos. I feel bad if I don't link the same video each time. Once I've linked something, I'm like, I've linked it. Link it every time is like... Especially if it's not scientific, maybe I feel more at ease doing it, like the videos or shallograms. Just not really right when that's what I feel is right in some ways. Although I feel like maybe it's just collusion to like be known in society by people who have that kind of mentality or okay with that as like a thing that happens. Because maybe it's possible that like just would be better off not being a thing that happens. I don't know. Incredible. Incroyable. Incroyable. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're coming up to that turbulence zone. That's interesting. That almost looks like a shallogram. I wonder if it wraps around in actuality. Oh my god, that would be so cool. Noted. It's in this place where pictures are commonly taken near this. Oh my god, it looks like one of those triangles with an inner triangle with an inner like fractal, like a fractal triangle. I don't know what they're actually called. Or Optimus Prime, I don't know. Maybe it looks like a face, Optimus Prime. There, eyeball, nose, mouth, helmet. You do you. I don't want to. Okay, okay, just lots of this, lots of pictures of this. Just really like, yeah, this is happening a lot. It must be. I really have no idea how geology explains that if not water. It's just because we think in billions of years and millions of years when it really wasn't that amount of time that things like that become possible without being mind boggling. Because it is mind boggling that there are just slits through this rock, just like, ah, la, la. Like, that's not what erosion would do. It's kind of like a rock. It takes the right pressure and temperature for certain materials to form. Same thing for rock formations. It takes the right temperature, pressure, so like the right environment, especially pressure, which is going to be driven by water pressure. Like, we're not getting enough water pressure from slow and steady rain, flooding, like gentle flooding. We need earth expanding global flooding pressures to actually have the pressures necessary to produce these types of features. Hands down. No doubt about it. This is impossible otherwise. That's all I got to say on that matter. Okay, now we've established that. Yeah, that's how science works now. That's how science works now. I said so. I said so. Well, I mean, if he says that, that's, that might actually be good enough. I make a lot of mistakes. Don't listen to me. I'm a foolish man. Foolish man. Look at me drinking coffee at 10:05. Like every video, 12:30 at night. I'm like, oh, that went down bad. Oh, that. It did go down pretty bad. Oh, damn. Trying to make a stupid joke and be funny when you ain't funny. What do you mean you ain't funny? My mom says I'm funny. Well, she's the only one who talks to me. So, and my dad too, but... Okay. Here's just the pictures where we start to see right there. We can see it a bit there, maybe, especially here. Interesting, like angles around it. Like, what is going on? It's like a shallogram flow where the particles are not like atoms but are shallograms. It's practically what it looks like. We can see the eye, there's the other one. So this one definitely has an eye, although the single one may have. This is the other of the double. the single one, which is a different one, may have an eye as well. I've forgotten. Just kind of took a bunch of pictures of this angle and where we're able to see. This is also interesting. I see this feature like all the time. I've noticed it a lot, like there. Like, is that a Hindu symbol? I did 2 lessons, or 2 sets of lessons in Duolingo, Hinduism, Hindi, and it's all alphabet, and it's like, oh my god, dude, that's right, there's an entire alphabet. Can't even get anywhere without learning this alphabet. Why aren't these sounds the same? You're spelling it this way, that ain't the way that I know how to pronounce that spelling. They got like the letter, and then they got the spelling in like English lettering or whatever. Like I don't even know what the lettering that English uses that other languages also use. I don't know what that lettering is actually called. I don't think it's English. I think that would be like usurping a more general thing, but putting it in those letters doesn't mean it's pronounced with the letters meanings that I know, which makes it like, well, what am I even learning in those letters for? I don't know. Anyway, it would be cool to learn. I don't know if I actually will continue. We'll see what happens. It's just I'm watching these. I'm like, I don't know what anyone's saying. It would be useful if I got like a basic enough where I could learn what, like, oh, I picked up words then while watching things like this. It's like a missed opportunity for sure. And I just don't know what they're saying. Like, they might be like, yeah, we all know this is a shallogram, and Western nations are oblivious. We just tell them to their faces they don't understand. I don't know, maybe they say those things. We've just given up. We come to this big shallogram to absorb its energy. Duh. Trying to tell you, you're all worried about. These fossils, we didn't even hear. We said they were made by river worms, dude. Do you know what a river worm is? It ain't an ammonite. Doesn't have a shell. It's a river worm with teeth of diamonds. Like a current etching. Okay. It's definitely bumpy. A bumpy ride across the way here. It's probably a current coming down the hill from over here that then flows down through here that occupies like some of this, so it doesn't just like go down. It actually flows across the gap atop the water relatively to a degree where there's just a boundary between them, almost, maybe even entirely forms a boundary. Otherwise, the other one's under so much pressure that it just flows under and holds the space firm, like standing on a rock. It's so solid water by the flow, just holding it, like all the pressure containing it. It behaves maybe like a solid while being still liquid. When pressure is applied from another current atop it. Over here, it becomes more apparent that it's liquid. I believe this is... I don't know. So this is a different lake. That's right, that's right. Here's Damodar Kund. And then we're gonna go left. And then again, or I guess this way. Left. And then left. And there's that lake. Also, there's like a shalogram feature right there. Is that where that one is? That I saw like this before. Now I see it like this. With some like circle things in there. Or did it go back there? Well, here's that lake, and there's some other things going on. Definitely more lakes. Lake there. Possibly a lake over there. I don't know. Lake down there, maybe. There's that lake again. Coming back. And there's that shalogram feature again. I believe it looks like they're all over the place, really. Just layers. Maybe this was the shalogram, the other one. That's right. That looked like this one. So whatever we just saw, let's go back to it. This is not it. I'm just wondering if it's related to it. Looks like it's got a ring around it. To here at least. Something like that. And this has a kind of ring shape. And maybe this lake is along its outer boundary there. Where the current's coming back this way. And then the current's coming this way, so it goes around into that current, wraps around, maybe runs into enough resistance that it comes down this way, and then joins here again, creating a intersection. Not sure, maybe one over here too, counter. That end, because it's on this side, going uphill. I don't know, towards the inlet side. Like something about the difference of side makes one a lake and one this type of feature. I don't know. If there is such an opposite mechanic going on there. It just looks like huge shalogram things. All the way up there too. Or no, it's there. Looks like there's one maybe there too. They're all over the place. So here's some other lakes. There's the Damodar Kund over there. Here's some other lakes. Possibly some other... They're not permanent lakes. I don't know. And then we get to this, where we got all these circular features of pressure points, where this one is the top of the ramp. Truly incredible. Okay, this is going down to Damodar Kund, actually. This is right above it. Pretty interesting. Above the lakes. Not. Oh, here's the lakes. Here's this pathway. It's like up here. Totally not visible in the images of the Google image, I mean, Google Maps, Google Earth. But then we start going downhill. It's got these flat slope, interesting features. Almost like an eddy might have been there. It has like gears on the side for this current. I don't know. Then went downhill, downhill, and then went to the lake, but they didn't actually show it. I don't know why they didn't complete the path to the lake. Okay, long enough. Thanks for watching my 300th episode of Underground Science. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.